As September unfolds, Meghla and Rambir's new life together is tested by shifting loyalties and long-buried tensions. From heartfelt promises and tender moments to family rifts and startling revelations, each day draws them deeper into challenges that threaten their fragile peace. The Bajwas rally to protect their loved ones, while secrets and simmering resentments threaten to splinter the bonds they've built. Amid receptions, rituals, and quiet prayers, the couple must hold fast to trust and courage as storms gather around them. Monday, September 15th, 2025. The Bajwas gather tenderly around Candid, their voices steady as they promise to care for Meghla like their own. Candid, struggling to contain his tears, confides how difficult it is to let his daughter go, even knowing she's stepping into a loving home. The family's reassurances create a fragile calm, though beneath it, concern lingers about how Meghla will adjust to her new life. Meghla notices Adrija's distant expression and tries to draw her into the warmth, encouraging her to support Meghla as a sister. But when Adrija is alone, her grief turns sharp and bitter. Resentment floods her thoughts as she convinces herself that Meghla has stolen everything she once longed for. Instead of finding solace, she begins to nurture a quiet determination to undermine Meghla and Rambir's happiness. The shadows of jealousy deepen in her heart, setting the stage for trouble that could soon threaten the fragile bonds holding the families together. Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Candid shares a heartfelt conversation with Meghla as they sit together, reflecting on her upcoming departure. He reminds her of the values she carries from her upbringing, assuring her that no distance will lessen their bond. Meghla listens with misty eyes, promising to uphold his trust and make him proud, even as she fights the sadness of leaving her childhood home. Their words weave a moment of profound connection, strengthening them both for the changes ahead. Elsewhere, Simran lightens the atmosphere by teasing Rambir about a friend's never-ending requests during the wedding rituals. Her cheerful mischief draws laughter from those nearby, softening the heavy emotions surrounding the occasion. For a while, the family is able to embrace joy, reminding everyone that happiness still has room to grow amid looming challenges. Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Rambir finds himself lost in memories of his first encounter with Meghla, the images replaying vividly in his mind. He recalls the shy smile, the spark of understanding between them, and the gradual build of trust that brought them closer. Those recollections fill him with warmth and strengthen his resolve to keep their relationship safe from any harm. For Rambir, the past becomes a promise that he will stand firm beside her, no matter what. Meanwhile, Adrija approaches Meghla with an apologetic air, expressing regret for revealing her secret. Meghla listens kindly, wanting to believe in her sincerity, but Rambir watches the exchange with quiet caution. He gently warns Meghla to remain vigilant, sensing an undercurrent of envy behind Adrija's contrition, a feeling that could surface again at any moment. Thursday, September 18th, 2025. The day of the Bengali Vidai arrives, and emotions run high as Meghla prepares to leave her parental home. Meghla and Candid, holding back tears, place her hand in Rambir's, entrusting him with their daughter's happiness. Blessings and affectionate farewells echo through the room, sealing a promise between the two families. Though bittersweet, the moment radiates hope, signifying a beautiful beginning built on love and trust. Far from the celebrations, Meghla and Zoravar engage in a tense argument about Meghla's adoption. Zoravar insists that certain truths are better left unspoken, while Meghla argues that secrecy can only bring pain later. Their clashing opinions reveal a history of unresolved issues, hinting that the adoption is not just a fact but a wound that still hasn't healed. Friday, September 19th, 2025. Adrija, remorseful for exposing Meghla's past, seeks out Candid to apologize. She expresses regret for her impulsive words and admits she may have complicated Meghla's happiness. Candid listens, softening slightly, but doubts about Adrija's intentions persist. Her apology is welcomed, yet a subtle unease remains, suggesting that the rift caused by her actions is far from closed. Later in the day, tensions rise when Rambir's grandfather speaks disparagingly about Meghla's parents. Rambir's response is swift and firm as he defends their honor with unwavering loyalty. His words reassure Meghla, reminding her that she is not alone in facing prejudice. The incident strengthens her faith in Rambir's support, deepening the bond between them as they navigate the complexities of family expectations. Saturday, September 20th, 2025. A disturbing scene unfolds when members of Rambir's household discover that the clothes sent as gifts from Meghla's family are torn. Shock spreads through the room, and questions about respect and intention quickly follow. Meghla, distressed by the accusation, explains that her parents would never intentionally disrespect anyone, pleading for time to resolve the matter. Her sincerity speaks volumes, but unease lingers among the elders. Watching quietly, Purim begins to suspect foul play. His eyes fall on Adrija, whose calm facade hides an unreadable expression. Though she says little, the situation seems to fuel her hidden resentment. As tensions rise, Purim resolves to keep a closer eye on her, aware that someone may be stirring up trouble beneath the surface of the celebration. 2025. Meghla gently reassures Rambir that the issue with the gifts might simply be a misunderstanding. She urges him to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, even as unease lingers in her own heart. Wanting to shield her parents from blame, she encourages patience while searching for answers. Her calm approach helps settle Rambir, though his instincts tell him someone is deliberately creating friction. Later, Candid, overwhelmed by guilt, steps forward and claims responsibility for the confusion. He insists he may have mishandled the parcels while preparing them for delivery. Rambir listens, but senses that the explanation doesn't quite fit. A quiet determination takes root in him. He will uncover the truth, no matter how carefully it has been hidden. Monday, September 22nd, 2025. Candid's suspicions solidify when he retrieves the misplaced gift bag and realizes Adrija's hand in the chaos. Though troubled, he confronts her directly, demanding to know why she would sow discord. Adrija tries to defend herself, but her composure falters under Candid's steady gaze. The confrontation leaves an uncomfortable silence hanging between them, hinting that the matter is far from resolved. Meanwhile, Rambir suggests to Meghla that they quietly buy new clothes for her parents, ensuring no bitterness remains. Meghla agrees, touched by his thoughtfulness, and together they decide to prioritize harmony over pride. Their willingness to act with kindness cements their growing partnership, even as hidden tensions continue to stir behind the scenes. Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. When Candid and Adrija arrive bearing fresh gifts, they're surprised to find that Rambir and Meghla have already presented thoughtful offerings on their behalf. The gesture leaves Candid torn between gratitude and unease, unsure how to explain the misstep without reopening wounds. Adrija, on the other hand, masks her discomfort behind a polite smile, unwilling to let her motives be questioned. The moment underscores the unspoken competition simmering within the family. Meghla senses a quiet strain, but focuses on maintaining goodwill, determined not to let hidden resentments overshadow her new beginning. Rambir, standing by her side, silently pledges to protect their peace, even as he keeps a wary eye on the shifting dynamics. Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. A misunderstanding arises during the reception when Meghla is accused of slighting her own family. Rambir steps forward without hesitation, taking the blame upon himself in an attempt to shield her. Though his support comforts Meghla, Candid is quietly hurt, perceiving her silence as a sign she values Rambir's reputation more than his feelings. The incident casts a subtle shadow over the celebration's warmth. Meanwhile, Meghla's relatives notice how easily they are overlooked amid the grandeur of the event. Their smiles waver as they watch the couple receive endless praise, leaving them unsure of their place in this new chapter of Meghla's life. Beneath the music and laughter, an undercurrent of unease begins to ripple through the festivities. Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Rambur intervenes when Zoravar's sharp words cut into Candid and Meghla's dignity, asking him firmly to stop. The room falls silent as Rambur's voice carries a rare edge, making clear that he will not tolerate anyone belittling the people he loves. His protective stance reassures Meghla, reminding her that their bond is built on mutual respect. Later, the reception is thrown into chaos when Meghla's sari catches fire from a stray candle. Rambur reacts instinctively, rushing to extinguish the flames before they can harm her. The harrowing moment leaves Meghla shaken but safe, drawing them closer as they realize how quickly happiness can be threatened by unforeseen danger. Friday, September 26th, 2025. Simran grows increasingly uneasy about Adrija's behavior and decides to confront her. She questions the intentions behind Adrija's actions, urging her to stop interfering in Meghla and Rambur's happiness. Adrija, caught off guard, struggles to maintain her composure, offering vague excuses that do little to convince Simran of her sincerity. Meanwhile, Zoravar wrestles with feelings of betrayal. Believing that Meghla and Rambur have turned their backs on him, he pours his turmoil into a heartfelt letter. His words reveal a fragile spirit yearning for understanding, even as despair begins to take hold, casting a heavy gloom over the once joyful household. Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Meghla finally voices the emotion she has long kept hidden, speaking candidly about her concerns regarding Rambur and Meghla. Her confession softens the mood, opening a path for honest dialogue with the family. Though her words are born of love, they also carry a warning, reminding everyone that happiness requires balance and care. In the quiet aftermath, Rambur finds Meghla alone and offers her a few gentle words of comfort. They sit together, sharing an unspoken understanding that their relationship will face tests from many directions. The moment strengthens their resolve, wrapping them in a calm intimacy that shields them, if only briefly, from the surrounding tension. Sunday, September 28th, 2025. Panic spreads through the household when Zoravar locks himself in a room and refuses to answer calls. Fearing the worst, Rambur and Purim act quickly, climbing through a window to reach him. Inside, they find Zoravar unconscious, a chilling sight that silences the room with dread. The discovery shakes everyone to their core, forcing them to confront how deeply Zoravar has been suffering in silence. As the family scrambles for help, the gravity of the situation begins to settle in, marking a turning point that could either bring them closer together or widen the cracks already forming. 2025. Meghra's anguish over Zoravar's desperate act boils over, as she directs her pain toward Meghla, blaming her for the turmoil. Her words strike hard, leaving Meghla speechless under the weight of the accusation. Rambur steps in, calmly but firmly defending Meghla, determined not to let grief twist the truth or destroy their fragile peace. Later, Meghla pleads with Rambur to protect Zoravar's well-being by keeping Meghla at a distance. Though torn, Rambur listens with empathy, recognizing the desperation in Meghra's plea. The conversation leaves him grappling with how to balance loyalty, love, and the responsibility of safeguarding a hurting family. Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. As news of Zoravar's condition spreads, Candid and Adrija rush to the hospital, their faces etched with worry. They join the others gathered by his bedside, offering quiet support as the medical team works to stabilize him. The crisis unites them in a fragile truce, reminding everyone of what truly matters amid their disputes. Meanwhile, Meghla steps aside to pray with quiet devotion, her hands folded tightly as she pleads for Zoravar's recovery. Her words, spoken softly, carry a deep sincerity born of love and guilt. In that still moment, she resolves to stand strong, hoping her presence can help guide the family back toward healing and peace. The closing days of September leave the household standing at a crossroads. Zoravar's struggles cast a sobering shadow, while Adrija's veiled schemes and simmering grievances remind everyone that peace is never guaranteed. Yet through sorrow misunderstandings, and flickers of hope, Meghla and Ranbir continue to find strength in one another. Their journey is only beginning, and as October beckons, the family braces for more revelations, healing, and a steady fight to protect the love that binds them.